Hi, I'm Amy Eisenstein. I'm here with Karen Singer of Karen Singer Tileworks, and we're here to talk about donor recognition and stewardship. Welcome, Karen.
Thank you, Amy. Delighted to be here.
Nice to have you here. I am so excited today to talk to you about donor recognition, stewardship. Tell me the role that you play in a campaign and donor recognition and stewardship.
Well, I'm an artist. We make custom ceramic tile donor recognition walls, plaques, gifts. Our approach is that donor recognition should be personal.
Right.
When you commission an artist to make a work of art that captures the core message of your organization, the core identity, then you're making something that is deeply meaningful for the people whose names are in it and for everybody else in the organization.
Yeah, we've been talking a lot about that with donor recognition these days. How do we make it more personal and customized? And there's nothing more customizable or personal than art.
Art, when it's good, it speaks to the heart. And that is so much what fundraising is all about.
Right, and then other people, as they see it, if it's on a donor wall, whether it's in a hospital or a school or at your building, it's attractive to other donors and it's a showpiece for the organization.
Yes, and when they're attracted by what it looks like visually and they're compelled to come closer, and with mine, which are touchable, touch it, then they go, oh, wait a second, I know that person. Yeah. Oh, look, they gave to this campaign. Oh, and there's blank spaces.
Right, that's great. Donor recognition is something that you should think about early on, not as an afterthought once donors have made their gifts. Can you say more about that?
Everyone will give you the advice to start early, but what I don't think people get across is what the value is for an organization. When you're having an artist make a piece that creates a portrait of the organization, this is something that can become a motivational tool for you. It's something that you can use throughout not just the campaign, but afterwards.
Yeah.
So it becomes, if you can use the artwork in your case statement, take a model on your silent phase major gifts visits, talk about it, pass sample pieces to your prospects, it becomes real for them. And it becomes real that their name is going into a custom work of art.
Oh, how interesting.
Is meaningful for them.
I had never thought about that, putting it in your case statement, but what a beautiful testament. You're playing to donors even before they come on board. And
that's right. And you're also combining, it seems to me that most people who do a major campaign hire a graphic designer, they hire a consultant, they come up with a name for the campaign. They do sometimes special stationery. They print things. If all of those things are connected to what the donor recognition is going to be, and it's all connected to your core identity, it has a much longer life.
Yes, so there's branding involved too, of course.
Yes.
I was going to ask you, talk a little bit about the concerns that some organizations might have about the cost of a custom donor wall or a piece of artwork, because I would expect that some organizations are concerned that donors might see that as a unnecessary expense.
Why are you spending my money on this? I want you to put it into the bricks and mortar.
Yeah.
I run across that a lot. I'm a big believer in the 1 to 4% rule that I hear from many consultants, which is that plan from the get-go, put in your budget 1 to 4% of your goal for recognition.
Okay.
When people do that in advance, whether they spend it on a donor wall or they spend it on a big dinner or they spend it on gifts or they spend it partially on their consultant, it's important to remember that it costs money to raise money.
Yeah.
I'm constantly coming up with different ways to make things that fit different budgets. It really needs to be planned to fit all of those factors.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way of putting it in perspective. 1 to 4% of what you're going to raise, right? Maybe because 1 or 2% seems completely reasonable if you're raising a lot of money, to be able to recognize your donors. And so I think that is a good way to put it into context for people. Do you want to leave any parting thoughts? What words of wisdom would you like to share?
The other thing that I feel like adding is the importance of thanking people, and donor recognition, when it's done right, is like a permanent thank you. And one of the things that my clients have said to me is that when they've worked with me, it makes it so much easier to go back to people and say, now we're doing this. They feel good about being asked a second time when they feel like their gift has truly been honored.
That is so wonderful and important, because they can come back and see the joy of their gift and their name on the wall as a permanent memorial to what they've done.
Absolutely. And it's particularly touching when people do it for someone who's passed.
Well, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for the opportunity, Amy. Pleasure talking with you.
You too. I hope you found this video empowering. As a member of the fundraising community, I hope that you will empower others by sharing this video with your friends and followers. If you'd like more videos and tips on fundraising, please visit my website, amyeisenstein.com. Thanks for all you do to make the world a better place.